go over self-love. If you know you that girl, if you even think you that girl, if you got any inkling of a bit of you that girl, you're that girl, and I ain't gonna tell you no more. And you don't need an external validation. You don't need somebody to tell you to get up and go. You don't need any motivation. You don't need a helping hand. Why? Because you got you and your daddy got you. Do I like how I feel when I'm in this space? Do I like where we going? Huh? If they're overstepping your boundaries, that means you don't even need to be there. That means your happiness needs to be somewhere else. Giving yourself grace and allowing yourself to make mistakes, that's a part of self-love. What's up, sister girls? It's your youngest auntie. It's your youngest TT. Don't get me confused with them old TTs. I'm a young TT. Anyway, what's up, sister girls? My name is The Naturally Summer. And today, we're going to get into self-love. I mean, I feel like this is a big conversation in ongoing years, year after year, year after year after year after year. Everybody's like, oh, make sure you're practicing self-love. Make sure you love yourself. Make sure you love it on yourself. But the real root of the issue is we don't know what to do. We don't know what real self-love is. And I've had to explore that for myself. Just from coming out of thinking self-love is all about, oh, I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm going to go get my hair done. I put makeup on today. I got dressed. Like, baby, that's not self-love. That's actually self-sabotage. That's actually covering up what needs to be figured out. So today I'm going to give you I'm always going to give you 3 simple tips. Just 3, not 5, not 6, because 3 is an easier number to remember. You can write down 3 things in your iPad, put it on the fridge, and keep it moving. 3 things, not 2, but 3 things that we want to foster to make sure self-love is embedded in our daily routines, embedded in our actions throughout the day, embedded in our nightly routines, conversations when we talk to our friends and family. We want to make sure that our self is taken care of in preparation for the new year as well. So, Happy New Year 2026. Self-love is far from materialistic and taking care of your external. Yeah, that's a piece of it. That's a part of it. But what we don't realize is self-love is embedded in ourselves. And then I actually got the definition of self-love for you guys. So self-love means regard for one's own well-being and happiness. Regards for one's well-being and happiness. Okay. So just going into the conversation of when we don't think outside the box, when we don't know any better, we feel like self-love is just small, meticulous tasks that get you out to spend some money. Let's say that. This is a big topic for me because I've been in therapy for 1.5 years. My first project with my therapist was learning what self-love was. I have been through multiple counts of depression and anxiety, sometimes without knowing it and sometimes while knowing it. When I finally figured out what it was, I could catch it and know the signs and the symptoms of what was going on with my mental. So the first activity, I think the first couple of activities for me and my therapist were to work on self-love. And she actually got me a self-love workbook. She got me this self-love workbook. It says self-love workbook for women. Release self-doubt, build self-compassion, and embrace who you are by Morgan Logan. So I'm going to link this below. When I first started this book, honestly, I thought it was some bullshit. Not going to lie. Not going to lie. But when you go in and do the activities, it makes you think of things outside the box that really make you happy. So, for example, I just opened up the book and it says self-assessment for how do you show yourself self-love. So the exercise was to put 3 ways you show your physical body love, such as nutrition, food, a warm bath, and sleep. And this is just an example. So my number one, I put meal prepping, juicing vegetables, gym, and scrubbing body with overly scented body scrubs. Okay. So that's really gonna be our number one. What we'll start with is tools. Tools for self-love. Make sure you're reaching out to a professional. Your TT is not a professional. I don't have a therapy degree. I'm not a therapist. But you can go get one. I think that would be my first advice for young women in their 20s and 30s, even if you're in your 40s, mama. I don't care if you don't even think there's nothing wrong with you. I don't care if you think what you do is normal. Sometimes we need a unbiased opinion about the choices that we make. Not to change our minds, not to deflect us from our goals, but to make sure it's making sense. To make sure you're not self-sabotaging. To make sure you're doing it in a correct way. I honestly feel like in our community, in our age group, we don't teach young women the proper way of self-love. We'll, I keep wanting to refer back to like hair and nails and doing this and that, because that's a big facade of what the internet puts out as self-love, what the culture puts out as self-love, but we're forgetting the root education on what actual self-love is. So my number one tool would be to go get a therapist. Okay, if you can't afford a therapist, I would try to go find some free therapy, maybe a life coach, but definitely get into therapy and take it seriously. Therapy is not something that is fast. I think it took me maybe 4 sessions to get comfortable with my actual therapist. It took me a while to open up. It took a while for me to see that, okay, this is actually working and I need to continue to go. No matter how much, sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm done with this. I don't need therapy no more. And then a week and a half bounced around and I'm like, where's my therapy session? So we want to make sure we're keeping our mind aware. We're using the tools that this world is giving us. We're making sure that we're reaching out to the people that have degrees that can help. If you know something wrong with you up here, baby, I knew something was wrong with me. So I went and cashed in for therapy. Okay. Anyway, other tools to learn self-love, get on YouTube. Get on YouTube and type in self-love. Make sure you're watching a YouTuber that fits your aesthetic, that fits your persona, okay? That's really what I did for inspiration. Two of my favorite YouTube channels to watch is Shanice Case and Mel Robbins. Them two, I could literally watch them all day and have all of their videos on repeat. That's what really inspires me sometimes, to get out of a funk, to get out of a sobbing attitude day. If I feel like I'm having a day, I'm gonna give myself maybe an hour, or maybe 30 minutes to say, I got an attitude. But finding something that's gonna pick you up and help you out is the best way. Find you a good YouTuber, your young auntie. But anyway, find a good YouTube channel to watch. And once you get that good YouTube channel to watch, YouTube will start feeding you more and more and more and more videos in the same realm of what you're searching for. So make sure on anybody's channel you really love, if you love all their videos and you want to watch all their videos and you sharing it with everybody, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe on their stuff, my stuff, and everybody. Just share love to everybody. Everybody want to get their videos seen. So we want to spread love and joy to everyone. We want to make sure all of the tools are not just kept to oneself, but all of the tools are shared with everyone. If you know that you watched the video, or if you know that you have information that help your sister out. Okay? Number 2, write it down. And it's more of a statement than a bullet point, but sometimes it's okay to be selfish. Let that sink in. It is okay to be selfish. And when I say that, I'm meaning selfish in making healthy boundaries. Selfish in being comfortable with saying no. Selfish in taking time for yourself to audit your mental, audit your physical, and get to the root of what is really going on. And I put this within self-love because you have to be vigilant of oneself. Let's start with healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries might look like, I don't accept calls after 8 o'clock. If you calling me after 8 o'clock, it needs to be an emergency. I mean, don't put your phone on D&D or you might have an emergency. But if it's past 8 o'clock, don't expect a response from me. And make sure you're standing firm on your boundaries, because that's what's going to allow oneself to be powerful. That's what's going to allow your power to just come about your chest. Okay? The boundaries. Have boundaries with your mama, your cousins, your friends. Make sure you're able to say, you know what? No, that doesn't align with my boundaries. And I'm going to have to say no to that. And that goes along with people pleasing. It's not always about everybody else. It's not always about making everybody else comfortable. It's not always about, oh, is the group okay with this? I almost cussed. Anyway, bump the group. Bump the group. Is it comfortable with me? Am I okay with it? Do I like how I feel when I'm in this space? Do I like where we going? Huh? Big TT said no. And then all you gotta say is, you know what, guys? I will be staying back. I hope y'all have a great time. Y'all need some money for some drinks, I'll send it to you. But I'm gonna sit back and watch Netflix because I just don't agree. I don't feel comfortable with, doing all that. And if they say, you just, I am, that doesn't align with me. And then after that, make sure you go back and audit that group. If they're overstepping your boundaries, that means you don't even need to be there. That means your happiness needs to be somewhere else. It's just an overflow of vibrations. Once you really figure out what self-love is, and to care for oneself, and to set healthy boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries at work. A lot of us work from home. Like me, I work from home. Setting a healthy boundary from working from home would be to shutting that computer off at 5 o'clock. I don't answer emails past 5 o'clock. I don't answer emails before 8 o'clock. I don't get on calls before 8. And I make sure when work is over, work is done. I put it away because this space, it needs to be a home and not an office space. I don't want to look at my computer and even feel stressed out. I don't even want my computer on the counter, because once that job is done, it's done and I'm back to myself. Okay, clocking into corporate, cool. Once I hit that door, this is about me. Throughout the day is about me as well. I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to get my steps in. I'm going to make sure I am following my system in place to make sure my oneself is straight. I don't need an external validation. You don't need an external validation. You don't need somebody to tell you to get up and go. You don't need any motivation. You don't need a helping hand. Why? Because you got you and your daddy got you. Your daddy gonna really take care of you. But all you have to do is listen and discern and make sure you're setting those boundaries to have proper space with the people that you love, to love them in sections. Don't ever give someone all of you when your cup is not full. Fill your cup so it can overflow and run up to someone else. If I'm not happy, how can I make somebody else happy? That starts with self-love. That starts with inner you. That starts with Big Mama. Big Mama. Yeah. And I'm going to wrap up point 2. Stand firm on who you are. If you know you that girl, if you even think you that girl, if you got any inkling of a bit of you that girl, you're that girl. And I ain't going to tell you no more, because Big Mama, I know I'm her. And that's why my cup is running over to you, to let you know that you are able to give yourself self-love at any moment in time of the day, because we are here. We are here for the community. The Lord is here for you. Find you some good group of friends, and don't search for motivation. Don't search for external validation, because you don't need it. In oneself is all you need. To be firm with you, to say, hey, no, I'm serious about me and you will not overstep me and my boundaries that I set, that is self-love. Running a script program, baby, that's self-love. I ain't saying you gotta be all hard and difficult. A strict program is setting boundaries. And we gonna wrap it on up with point 3. Okay, self-love is not materialistic nor external. Okay, self-love is not, oh girl, I went and got my nails done. Yeah, I did my self-love for the week. Excuse me? Your self-love for the week? I'm self-loving every hour. I'm self-loving every minute. Because what you need to do is talk to yourself. Talk to yourself how you need to. Okay? Those words of affirmations, they might sound very cliche, but they're very real. And it's not even sometimes you getting in the mirror and saying, I am beautiful. I am loved. Okay, the I ams are a little old. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes they work for people, but they don't work for me. I got about 3 songs I turn on. And I'm like, you know what? I'm good for the day. I'm good for the day. Giving yourself grace and allowing yourself to make mistakes, that's a part of self-love. Allowing yourself to say, damn, I messed up. Don't tear yourself down. Don't say, I just can't get it right. I can't never get it right. I can't never do it right. What would you tell somebody else? What would you tell your best friend if she was going through a hard time and she really messed up on a big project at work that she took her heart into, that she put her heart into, that she worked hours and countless hours on, and went into her demo session and messed up the whole project? What would you tell your friend? I'm pretty sure you would say, hey girl, it's gonna be all right. You know, take your time, start over. There's no pressure. It's you against you. And that's that same energy you need to be giving to yourself. Those same words of affirmation that you would give to somebody else is the same words of affirmations that you need to be giving to yourself. Giving yourself grace puts you at peace. Letting yourself mess up and come and bounce back is putting your soul at peace. This life is not meant to be stressful. And blessings aren't meant to be sunshine. Sometimes you might get a stressful blessing. But the story in that is to make sure you give yourself grace and enough time to learn and adapt. The self-love in that is to make sure you can repeat that nature. Repeat that history of that pattern. When I fall into a depression, I can feel it. I know how to get out of it. I know when the first moment it'll start. I will try my hardest. My hardest. I could say one thing that I routinely do when I'm having a bad day is I start over. That's me giving myself grace. If I work from home, and if I'm at home and I just don't feel like the day is serving me, I will go unmake the bed, lay down for 5 minutes, get back out the bed, brush my teeth again, get in the shower, do my hair, put on some different clothes, walk the dog. I might have breakfast again. I might do lunch as breakfast. But in that moment, I'm telling myself, it's okay. Roll it off like a duck feather. Duck feathers are repellent. I'm repellent to dirty water. I rebuke that nature. Okay? That's self-love. Knowing how to bounce back, knowing how to fill your cup, knowing what happiness truly is to you. Not searching for motivation, not looking for a repeat, not looking for a man to show you what to do, not leading yourself into sexual pleasure. That ain't self-love. That's the internet. That's the devil. That's somebody out trying to get you. And lastly, I really want to harp on this one because I don't think it's talked about enough. Get grounded with the earth, man. Go outside and touch some grass. That will really show your body so much love, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Filling your body with high-hanging fruits. Filling your body with not just water, but with hydrating fruits, fiber-filled vegetables, a colorful plate. That helps your mind. Once your mind is stimulated with good fruits and earthly planting, there's no way possible you cannot imagine what a happy place looks like. Self-love is a happy place. Self-love is a place of gratitude. Self-love is a place of reflection. There's no way somebody can actually teach you how to love yourself because you're a rare breed. You're a rare person. Nobody knows you but you. When you're alone, when you ever get alone, look around. Look to your left and to your right. There's nobody there to help but you. If you're not happy with yourself, write down why. Write it down why. If you ain't happy with yourself, write it down why. Give me a whole list of why you're not happy with yourself. Why? Is it a job? Is it your hair? Is it acne? Is it your friends? Are you overweight? Do you not like the car you drive? Do you not like your man? Everything is fixable. All of those things I just named are fixable. That's something you can take care of externally. That's something that when you work within, those things just come. When you're solidified with oneself, those external things just come. When you create a system of what you know is right for you, those external things just come. I don't allow people to be negative around me. I don't allow people to complain in my circle. Why? Because I don't do it. I don't allow myself to do it. Those are boundaries. Those are boundaries I have for myself and for others. I'm not about to let you sit around and mope around me because you're not going to bring my energy down. And I want you to take that with you. If you work on anything self-love related within this week, today, next week, whenever you're ready, I want you to always keep with you. If it don't sit right on your spirit, it's not for you. If you get a feeling of discernment and you hear the Lord talking to you, that's your inner you telling you what to do. Those are those boundaries. That's that self-love. That's that selfishness. It's okay. So, I definitely want to have a little girl. I've got all these names picked out, but I want to make sure that I teach my little girl how to be loving to herself, how to talk to herself, how to treat others as she would treat herself, how to carry herself with dignity, how to respect her body. And anytime I feel like the easiest way to explain self-love and to allow someone to learn what self-love is if you want to be a mother, what would you tell your daughter? What would you tell her? From all this information that we talked about, what would you tell your little girl? Because I want mine to be dope. I want my little girl to be very woke up. Okay, tell your friends, invite your friends to the house. We finna have a book party. We finna go over self-love. Okay, so make sure we're going into the new year. Make sure you go into your birthday. Make sure you go into every holiday knowing what your self-love is, knowing what motivates you, knowing what puts you in a happy place. Because once your one self is grounded and loved on, your cup can run over.